next month to accept it.
You guys gotta cart
I
it
mean,
back
they
out
can
again.
continue to do what they're gonna do with it.
It's their, they box, if they park in front of the
Yep.
church, that's,
Yeah.
the church doesn't have a problem with it, we can't.
So we don't even need one.
Yeah, that's, I don't think that needed to be, addressed, but maybe it does now, cause there's a motion, so.
On motion.
I'll remove their motion.
All in favor of my motion?
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Very much.
Hope you don't Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ron.
So tourism funds, did you vote yea or nay?
I didn't hear
Oh, I'll be, yeah, sure.
you, I didn't hear something.
I don't think I voted. You had quorum.
So number 4 under new business is Jeff Johnson, Fomp and Vendors in Lyle.
No, we kind of covered that, I think.
Yeah.
We'll remove that, I guess. I'm done.
So we're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
Sir?
Okay. Number 5 is Bucks North Pub, request beer garden.
There he is.
How you doing tonight, Conrad?
Great. Requesting the same beer garden, same place, same everything. Yeah. Got our security, we've got fencing, we've got everything that meets the state requirements to have a beer garden outside our normal space.
Can we address last year a little bit? What kind of security do we have? Just hand friends and relatives, we have professional security.
Yeah, we had no problems at my place last year.
I understand. I'm just saying, in general, do we have professional security, or is it just? Okay. I just wanna recover the point that the police are liquor control board officers, so. I just wanna make sure.
Excuse me?
What's that?
Say that
Police
again?
are considered liquor control board, they have the authority of liquor control board officers.
Yeah, I don't believe that's
Police,
the case.
correct, I looked up the RCW
Can you quote that RCW for me?
right now, top of my head.
I
No,
mean,
right
it's
here.
pretty important.
How about you? Cole, can you?
I get it, Frank.
Okay, is it a fact or not?
Yes, it is a fact, right out of the criminal justice law handbook.
Is it an ordinance?
I can provide it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So I just wanna make sure that we don't
I
get
know.
into, I love Morton, Jubilee like everybody else, and had a good time down there, and I appreciate everything you do. I just wanna make sure we don't get into that situation where afterwards we're angry about stuff that gets out of hand or we don't have security, that's all.
Okay.
That's my concerns.
I didn't have a situation.
I knew you, I knew it, yes, you did not have it.
It was nice and calm at my place.
Well,
It did happen down the street as a local stating what.
yeah.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the, permit for the beer gardens for Bucksnut.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Okay.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
Thank you, Conrad. Okay, Megan Peterson, pump track in Backstrom Park.
I'll keep that short and sweet because you had a good talk of what the parks improvements we're going to.
Oh, yeah, it's a plan.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there was like a plan or a budget for the parks improvement for Best Backstrom.
There's every 10 years, we have to come up with a comprehensive plan for the park system. 94, 04, and 2024, which are all, I brought them a synopsis of that, but those two things are, I think you can get those in public records, or if you email me, I can send them to you. You can do it at my council forward, be happy to get you information.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was looking over the pros plan. Was that 2025, the pros plan?
It was finished in 24, but yeah, early 25.
Yeah.
2024, 25.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah, because there was like 21 mentions of a skate park, pump track was in the top 10 for the requests and stuff, and so MASA, the organization, is working towards a skate park, that's a long-term goal. I think long-term goals are gonna be towards getting the RCO government grants, towards parks improvements, and then raising the funds for that, because we have 2 years until we can apply for that again. But in the meantime, it would be nice to help and try to get a pump track in, because there's over 200 kids in Morton, and the kid bikers going all over
Which is
town.
really cool,
Super fun.
yeah.
And because I opened
Very
a skate shop, they're always in there, so I have like a soda bar for them, let them hang out and stuff. And it would be nice for them to have a little bit more space to be riding around that's not in the street or just, I don't know, I gotta go clean up the soda cans now, but they're still having a good time, so I want to
Rest
request.
assured, Peter and I are on it. I mean, we're fully in the seek out some funding for what it is, because unfortunately, the pros plan for 30 years, I mean, most things got done really. Well, they did repairs on the roof, the sewers, the toilets. You told me they did a lot of infrastructure stuff, but yes, I'll get you that information.
Cause I was also looking at the pros plan and there was a lot of like top 10 requests, top 20 requests, a lot of things that would improve the city, but there was no cost of anything or budgeting of anything or any sort of expenditures that rely or like go towards any of this.
Yes.
And then I also don't see anything on like our city spending that has to do with, just like our expenditures and revenues for the city budgets.
Well, there's no question, that's the failing we've had, they haven't set up funding for it.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if that was like a plan or if that was gonna be added to like the city's budgeting, anything in parks in here, cause we have like expenditures, streets, cemetery, drug, tourism, water and stuff, but there was nothing in here for parks, so it'd be
That's
cool
what we've been
to.
working on, it's that time of year comes up and work on it through.
And then I did pull like a list of different costs for pump tracks. Dirt pump tracks obviously being the cheapest, easiest to disintegrate, needs upkeep, and then there's different levels of pump tracks that are modular
Can you
systems.
describe some of those old folks with a bump track is?
A pump track is just like a round or oval shaped area of ramps that are probably like 6 feet wide that go like this, so you keep pumping all the way around it.
Okay.
And it's really, really fun, and you can get in various sizes and modular systems, so you can move them, remove them, different materials that last between like a 7-year guarantee and a 15-year guarantee, depending on what the budget was and stuff. So I was looking into those kind of costs, and like obviously MASA would want to help raise funds. But I was wondering if maybe there could be a town hall for, not to go backwards to that, but if we could like somehow get like a public informational or just like input kind of meeting, maybe we can make it fun.
Once we solve the issue, we can do that for sure.
Well, it looks like it's like a, just a general informational meeting if it's under 3 people, and if it's 3 or more city council members, you have to have the city clerk, and at that point, it's just a special meeting. So it is actually city council, and motions are made, but if it's 2 or less, it's just informational, it's not motion.
Any two council people in the meeting in question is doing it here versus somewhere else. So at any time, any one of the council members wants that, and if I'm wrong, let me know, but they can do it.
But it still has to be like a public meeting that's like posted if it has to do with city things from a city council member. It doesn't have to be here. But like if we were gonna talk park stuff for a public open meeting, no matter where it was, we would have
As long
to.
as you're in 3, well, I'll let the attorney.
But it would be nice if there was like a public meeting about
Sure.
parks.
I think everybody would love that.
Okay, cool, I just wanted to put pump tracks out there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep it short and sweet, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
So number 7, under new business, is appointing council member for council number 5 vacancy.
We got an application
We did?
and application.
Yeah. Nobody wants the big money.
Experience from the call.
I know. Well, you've all looked it over. We have one, so I make a motion we accept Mr. Clevenger's.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome to the club.
When does he get appointed?
Huh?
Now?
You'll sign
Yeah, you guys just voted.
No, when does he get, like, when does he get sworn in?
Right now. I'm gonna swear at it right now. Well, Rick's gonna swear at it. Who seconded that? Who seconded that?
I did.
I
Charlie, you're gonna need your picture taken. Charlie, you gotta come up here. Nice try, but not gonna happen.
Get used to this.
Okay, so you can kind of slow, just kind of repeat after me. I, Charlie Clevenger,
Charlie Thunder,
do solemnly swear to affirm
do solemnly swear to affirm
that I am a citizen of the United States
that I am a citizen of the United States
and the state of Washington,
and the state of Washington,
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and laws of the United States,
and the laws of the United States,
and truly, faithfully, diligently,
and the truly, faithfully, diligently,
and impartially perform the duties of the officer of council member
and impartially perform the duties of the officer of council member
in and for the city of Morton, Washington,
in and for the city of Morton, Washington,
as such duties are prescribed by law,
as such duties are prescribed by law,
so help me God.
so help me God.
So number 8 under new business is the censorship of Mayor Rick Mead.
I'll start off on this. So last month, I moved to dismiss the proposed censor because I did not believe there was sufficient merit for the council to proceed. The individual requesting the censor is not a resident of Morton and chose not to appear before this council to present the complaint or answer questions. I understand that some people were concerned about the discussion between the mayor and Councilman Sawyer regarding the decision to contact the state auditor over the caretaker arrangement at Jubilee Park. Well, I would have preferred to see that entire exchange handled differently by everyone involved. I have not seen any evidence that the mayor violated the law or engaged in conduct that justifies a formal censor. My concern is that this entire issue could have been handled at a local level. The caretaker arrangement at Jubilee Park was approved by a previous council years ago. If there were questions about whether arrangements was proper or whether council action was needed, these questions should have been brought to the mayor, city staff, or council to get answers that he's looking for. Now, I did talk to Sawyer. I do know that he did reach out, didn't get the answers he was looking for, but I still feel there was more that he could have done to do this. That is exactly why we have council meetings, to discuss concerns, ask questions, and resolve issues. Instead, the matter was taken to the state auditor. Our city is already in the middle of an audit that is expected to cost taxpayers nearly $60,000. By asking the auditor to investigate an additional complaint that could have been discussed and addressed here, the auditor then had to spend additional time reviewing that issue as part of the audit. I struggle to understand what that accomplishes when this council could have discussed it first, and if there truly had been a violation, taken appropriate action ourselves. A censure is a serious action this council can take against an elected official. It should be reserved for clear misconduct, supported by evidence, not just opinions and feelings. Based on the information and witness to the incident, I have not seen evidence that the mayor engaged in misconduct warranting a formal censure. For those reasons, I remain opposed to censoring the mayor and make a motion to not censor the mayor.
I'd like there to be dialogue about this.
So we have one motion on the table.
First, we have discussion.
Okay, got discussion?
Okay, so in regards to some of your issues, I still have not received information that was council approval on this to this date. So what I did was reach out to the clerk to get clarity, and the information I got was what I called a communication breakdown, and this is me responding to your thing. I asked that it was handled discreetly, and it was not, and I did attempt to have it discussed here. However, I was instead attacked. So I'm gonna just kind of run through this because it's literally in the journal, and it was also on June 3rd, 2026. Contentious Morton Council meeting airs grievances. I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but I will tell you the actions that happened there. So on March 23rd, 2026, Mayor Mead attempted to redirect attempts from city councilors to access information through himself first, and that he would decide, as the executive, who gains access to public information. During this meeting, the council approved the 2026, excuse me, during the meeting, the council approved 2026 02 and 03 in the March meeting. The mayor's attempt to funnel information requests through his office is not lawful. This was an attempt, albeit thwarted, to withhold public records from myself, Council One, regarding an audit subject that I wanted more information about. The mayor then cited misuse of public funds as his reason for withholding records from city legislature. Public legal review is performed only through state law and not at the mayor's political discretion. On May 26th council meeting, I spoke to fellow councilors directly about a concern that I had regarding city business conducted without city council approval. The mayor insisted that the internal email be read aloud against my request. I asked that it be handled discreetly and professionally. Then I made an appeal from the decision of the chair. The mayor broke parliamentary procedure and did not allow for the council to vote to allow for the decision of the chair to be reversed. So that's number two. The first one was the mayor's attempt to funnel information requests through his office only. As a counselor, I repeated my dissent to having discussion with fellow councilmen at a meeting. The chair made it clear that he was going to read the email aloud, which did not have council approval, at which time the mayor then attempted to retaliate against me and my concerns. The retaliation escalated into harassment after I clarified that the information I received did not address my concerns of the council's lack of approval, after which the clerk admitted to not supplying all of the information about the agreement approval. The chair then intimidated me by striking his gavel and telling me alone that he is the chair and I don't tell him what to do. Legally, I was speaking about city business, and legally I should have not been silenced. After a short discussion with the police, Mayor Mead continued to harass and intimidate me about my conversations with the auditor, and the inquisition continued against me and me alone, which is against procedure, Ordinance 2026-03, Section 3, Item 6. The mayor then continued his personal attack, stating certain people contact auditors and cost the city money because of corruption. Mead continued harassing me by directly making accusations about conversations with state officials. Mead then made a personal attack against me by stating, "You like to deceive us." I called for a point of order after the personal attack, but the attack continued upon me. When you try to run everything else, and again, I called for a point of order, and all of this is available online, by the way. This is on YouTube. Again, I called for a point of order in an attempt to stop the retaliation, harassment, and intimidation. And all of this was under Mayor Mead's guise of misuse of city funds. My final words on the agenda item were that I sought to disarm because I felt like I was being attacked by the mayor. And the communication breakdown with all info disclosed created a concern for the council, which I brought to the council. I asked for discretion, but was met with hostility and disrespect. So I can actually quote, I'll tell you exactly what ordinances were broken. So let's see here. Requests for information or assistance shall be directed through the mayor and establish administrative procedures. Council members shall not engage in personal attacks, intimidation, or conduct that disrupts the orderly conduct of city business is prohibited. So there was harassment, there was intimidation, and there was retaliation. These things all fall under a censure, and I think if this council decides that ordinances are only to be followed by certain people, then this is democracy manifest. So someone needs to be held accountable. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, two things. The first paragraph you started off with, is the Sawyer,
Yes, sir.
about, I just want to clarify this, and I'm not sure if you can help me. Because Luann was inundated from all kinds of people, not just us, requests, we passed an ordinance to direct that all requestees, Luann, or public, all that information would be passed down from the mayor. So when he declined and told you that everything needed to come to him first, isn't that the first part of what you just read on the? Can you read that again?
So basically, yeah, the mayor was attempting, so I'll put it this way.
No, just the part about.
I'll read it.
Funneling of information through the mayor is what you said.
Yeah, attempts from city councilors to access information through the mayor first,
Correct.
and that he would decide as an executive who gains access to public information.
Okay.
And that was thwarted, so.
But that's, we passed an ordinance saying that if you need him, in order to direct them to get you information, that needs to come through the mayor.
In which ordinance was that, sir?
You just read part of it.
No, see, so here's the thing though. Or through established administrative procedures.
Wasn't that what we passed on that?
Established, I mean, I've got it right here, I mean, I could
is
read
that
it,
what- I just
you know,
wanna know
but
if
I mean,
that's
like,
what we passed.
I went through the established administrative procedure. So again, I think we're
I'm just
missing the point here. The point
No, no.
is one of your council people was attacked by your mayor, intimidated and harassed.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm asking about that particular issue. You say you denied you access to information because you said he had to go through him, but I believe that's what we
He
passed.
attempted to deny access to
Okay,
information.
all right. I believe though that we have something to take the burden from her, that for us to ask information for her, for example, 10 years of police records and credit card files and all that stuff, that has to come through him first. Did we not pass that?
Yeah.
We all?
Or,
Unless it's a PDR.
exactly.
I don't know if you
And
did.
she actually said, I took that information from that to be as a PDR.
Okay, I don't know how it was applied, I'm just saying that I'm not, that's what I thought the
Again-
process was gonna be.
Again,
And
I don't
understand
know
part
if
of
that
what you're
has anything to do, that's a minor part of it, but okay.
Okay, and then, and the other thing was when he gavelled you down, I mean, it's his meeting to run, I mean, and that's one of my comments to him today was people going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, you've gotta stop that. And the way to do that is to moderate the meeting with the gavel. I'm not saying everything you did was correct, but I'm just pointing out a couple of points that you made, that he did gavel you down, and you said, I'm gonna be heard, I can't recall the exact statement, I don't have it.
So I will finish my conversation with the
Yes,
person.
exactly. So, but he doesn't, that's not an option, once you stop speaking and it turns over, he gavels you. I'm just saying that's the same thing. I'm not saying everybody's right, everybody's wrong, I'm just pointing out a couple things.
That means there was disorder. And there was no
Right.
disorder because I was having a conversation with my constituents,
understand.
my fellow council people.
I-
And unfortunately, that was very intimidating because I was strictly trying to have a conversation
I understand.
with
Clarifying a
my
couple
fellow
points.
council people.
But the mayor gavelled it because it was getting out of order, and you decided to continue to speak over the top of him.
Yeah.
That is what happened.
Yeah.
That is what happened that day. So it's not that anybody's wrong or right. I mean, that meeting
Okay.
could have gone better. I agree to that, but no.
The meeting could, but so like, let me say, like, what I intended to do was ask our council to have a look at their emails, and then let's have a discrete conversation, or let's keep this discreet until there's clarity on it. And I was simply bringing to the attention that there is a contract in place that the council did not vote on, and I still have not received that information about the council having voted on anyone in Jubilee Park, and I was attacked. Now, if you don't see that as an attack, you like to, what was the word here? You like to deceive us, and I'm wasting the city's money by discussing stuff with the auditor. All of us should be discussing stuff with the auditor. We are the legislators. We hold the purse strings to this city. So there needs to be open dialogue. I mean, if you were literally sitting right there and if you don't see the truth, then I can't make you see the truth.
It's your truth. I mean, I see it differently.
Do you
So
think
the-
it's okay that he was personally attacking me?
I don't feel that he was personally attacking.
You like to deceive us. You like to run things.
You know?
And who else is he talking? He wasn't talking to you. He wasn't talking
So
to Jeff. He wasn't talking to anyone
you
else.
know what we deal with from today until the next council. We don't get to do our job most of the time because of the crap that we get in emails and all the BS that we get.
I still managed to do my job.
Maybe you don't care that you get those emails from people that write just not the right information on there. Maybe that doesn't bother
That is
you, but
relative to
that
you.
bothers me.
That's relative
Yeah,
to
but
you as well.
that's the dysfunction that's going on.
There's no dysfunction. What
Well,
happened
no.
was the meeting broke down and I was attacked.
Yeah.
I was harassed and I was intimidated.
Sure.
Can I ask a question? Is the auditor for the financials of the city, he basically makes sure that all the finances are in order. So what I'm trying to figure out is where the house falls in place with the auditor. Why would we contact them? They don't do ordinances, they don't do RCWs, they don't do our city law. They have no say-so.
That's what I asked.
Yeah, well, you guys
So-
obviously
so
are
why-
not
why
talking to
would
the
we
auditor.
go to the auditor?
Because there's an accountability audit too.
Okay, Sawyer, I get a
There's an
chance to-
accountability audit. There's a financial audit and then there's an accountability audit.
May I mean, you know, we spent the first 3 months of our term arguing over whether the Morton City Museum got money. We spend too much time on stuff that's not effective for our constituents. And I've been involved in, I've lost my temper a couple times, I know Rick has. I've seen you, because you yelled at me when I asked you about your parking downtown when I was a citizen.
At a council meeting?
Relax.
At what council meeting?
Probably a year and a half ago when I said, hey, do you have a city council parking permit that allows you to park under the 2-hour parking sign for 3 weeks? And you got mad and I said, are you gonna continue?
I'm sure I did not yell at you.
You got very mad. In fact, you got, according to the council at that time, you were reprimanded. But either way,
Dan Morton.
the point is that we all lose our temper at times, whether it was a personal attack on person or we.
See, this is what I'm talking about. See, and first of all, the mayor is now again making accusations against me. Is literally making accusations against me. It literally happened. Did everyone see that? Okay, no, that didn't happen, no. La, la, la. Okay.
Mayor, can you clarify your question to Councilor Sawyer there?
Audience, please let the council have the
The mayor's
conversation.
the chair.
Thank you.
The mayor's the chair.
Did you or did you not do that to Dan Mortensen?
What is that? What are you referring to?
What you just asked Jeff.
What are
We
you
all
referring
lost-
to?
We've all lost our cool once or twice here.
No, I didn't lose my cool at all.
Okay.
I think it was the other way around. I made a statement saying, under your administration, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't lose my cool, and I think what I actually said is like, I'm not trying to intimidate or I'm not attacking anyone here, but under your administration, ... That's not losing my temper, and I'm not losing my temper now,
Okay.
and I'm not attacking anyone. I'm not intimidating anyone like you did, and that is my opinion, and I can state that as a city councilor.
You can.
And I think if this continues, I really feel bad for this new council person because God forbid he disagree with you, or God forbid he disagree with anyone on this council.
He's actually smart and he should be sitting up there right now.
Yeah, sir.
You recognized.
I mean, you swore in, didn't you?
He's sworn in.
You should be sitting in that chair.
So we're starting to get carried away here. We got a motion on the floor. All in favor?
Nay, yet again.
Okay.
So number 7 is old business. We don't have none.
Democracy
Number 8 is
manifest.
public participation.
No, it's coordination of
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
definitely coordination.
Mhm.
There is a coordinated effort here, and it
Absolutely.
is obvious.
Absolutely, I got the emails, okay?
Did you read that? No, you didn't read that. You didn't.
What?
read that.
Excuse me?
Stop at one.
I don't need to,
Hey,
okay? I don't need to.
let's bring it back down. We're at number 8, public participation limit of 3
And the
minutes.
threats are not gonna, you're not gonna sit here and threaten me like Sawyer did,
Let's bring it
okay?
down.
Your boy Sawyer did, okay? threatened me against you last
Could
time.
you take Mr. Wheeler out of the room,
No,
please?
you can't.
No, he didn't do that. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong.
Cole,
Peter,
he asked
take a
me
breath.
to remove him.
Peter, take a
I'm
breath.
good.
So are you threatening you now?
Absolutely.
How? In what way?
Hey, let's,
We'll talk about it after.
No,
you guys
No,
sit
we're
at
paying
the
her
table.
$250 an hour to listen to you guys fight. That's
you
ridiculous.
guys are paying $250 an hour not to listen to her. Because she said we should go into executive session and you guys voted against
I have
it.
that.
I am gonna say this one last time. Punk,
I didn't.
My name's Buck Mettler and I live here in Morton. I just wanted to let, you know, if you guys saw the flags coming in over the 4th, coming up 12 and 7. Well, they were donated, by the Strickland Brown Mortuary to the Jubilee. And Dan and Nima Mortensen put up every one of them by themselves. So I think they should be acknowledged by the council or the city, because
very much so.
that was a lot of work. And they donated, there was, the Jubilee bought 6 flag poles, because they didn't have enough, but they put every one of them up, and that was a lot of work. That's awesome. I think they should be.
yes, sir.
That looks really good.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Richard?
Richard Vanderlip, we're resident. I know this is anecdotal. I realize that, you know, it's just really basically hearsay. However, I was on the council when that contract for Little Jubilee Park came to us, and we did vote and approve it. I don't know why it's not in the record. I'm not sure why it's not in the minutes.
I just haven't had time to go find it yet.
But we did, so I just wanted to bring that up.
Is that to have somebody stay at the park? Sorry,
If you wanna talk, you can raise your hand. Please.
Do I have to come up there?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
Yes.
wait permission? Okay. Is that to have somebody come stay at Jubilee Park, like we're supposed to be doing here, or what is it that we're talking about Jubilee? I missed that meeting.
It's a house of security. When we were having all the kids' equipment stolen and children almost abducted from the park, we decided to bring in a person to be a night watchman and mow the lawns in return.
Okay, so not like somebody staying there like we used to have here, and actually back in
No,
my.
they stayed there.
Okay, so, I mean, you remember back in the
Yeah.
day when my
Yeah.
mom did here, and then
Yeah.
when we were in grade school, it was
Yes.
Jonathan Hopkins' dad that stayed at Jubilee.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering. if
It's
So,
the
it was-
so
same.
you know that it's
It's the
been
same
happening
job.
before.
Yeah,
Been
It
happening since
happened a
grade
long
school.
time ago, and then
Right.
they cut it out, and then Jubilee Park died.
yeah.
Right, but then we started having a lot of problems, so we reiterated it and brought it back.
Okay, and then are we gonna be doing the same here? Is it just gonna be the RVs staying here? Or are we gonna, cause you took out the housing for it to
Because
be
it was
more-
full of mold. and it
Yeah,
wasn't
no, I know
livable.
what I mean, replacing, or are we just gonna do what we're,
If we can get the park to generate some revenue, yes.
okay. Just an easy question.
Hi, my name is George Letty. I live out in, off 508. I'm an outlier, not in Morton proper, but I pay taxes. I have a question. Is the city council been approached by, the Flock Camera Corporation to install cameras?
No.
And if we are, what's our process? Are you familiar with Flock cameras?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so what's the process if they come here and say, we wanna put up cameras, you get $3,000 a month for each camera, so we can surveil your citizenry?
I think to put us right on the spot, there wouldn't be an honest answer out there for you. It would be something that would have to be thought and talked about before there was any kind of decision.
But I mean, would it go to a referendum, or is it the city council decision to install?
I'm not positive on that.
Is that,
I'm not for positive on that,
okay,
It's council.
council.
it is,
It's council.
Council would have to approve it, yes.
okay. So even if it's a Fourth Amendment violation, you guys can approve it?
Well, you're kind of insinuating that we're already approved it.
No, I'm just saying, if it comes down, you know, we have
We
constitutional
don't know
rights.
until we come to that point,
Okay, because Eatonville approved it,
yeah.
and they have 4 of them, and it's causing a big problem up there. I don't wanna see it here.
You know,
We already got enough eyes on us, so.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else like to speak? Who we got?
Hi, Miller. I live in unincorporated Lewis County. Luann, can you clarify for me with, the original ordinance 527, when complaints are submitted, they are immediately forwarded to the council anyway, so actually including the council in there saves you time?
That's not an ordinance. 527 would be something from way back.
527 was the ordinance that you guys amended.
It's a resolution maybe, I'm thinking it's probably a resolution.
But it originally said that when you receive a complaint, you immediately forward it to council.
That I photocopy it, put it in their boxes.
Okay, so if somebody including council in a complaint sort of saves you a step in the process, because you have too many steps in your process.
Well, I give it to the department head, like the department head, depending on what the complaint was for. But then I photocopy them, and complaints were to go into all the council members' boxes and to the mayor.
Okay, do you know if residency is required to submit a complaint?
No, it is not.
Okay, that about wraps it up for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
As a citizen, this may sound kind of corny, but tonight I want to take a moment to pay homage to two extraordinary individuals, Jim and Julie Van Cleve, who surrendered their house tonight. For 70 years, Jim and Julie have been the cornerstone of this community, leaving a legacy of positive influence that's truly immeasurable. The Van Cleve name carries a deep and profound history here. The family history and partnership with Ford began 90 years ago in 1937 when Jim's grandfather, George, opened their first location in Edenville. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. The family's deep-rooted chapter here in Morton was Ford's resilience in the early 1950s. After the Morton Ford dealership burned down, the Van Cleve family stepped up. Between 52 and 53, they bought the property and restored it from the bare ground and officially opened for business in 1953. For decades, it remained a proud multi-generational family business, built from the ground up by George, passed to his son, Jim Van Cleve Sr., and carried forward by his grandson, Jim Jr. Over the decades, the automobile industry changed drastically from Henry Ford's original vision of local dealerships and service centers in every town. As the years passed, much of the business evolved into a cold, corporate, uncaring model driven by a get all the money every time mentality. Jim and Julie flatly refused to adopt that mindset. They never wavered in their commitment to take care of their friends and neighbors first. We first saw the true measure of Jim's character, well, I don't know if that's first, but you all knew longer than I. During the unprecedented challenge of COVID-19, vehicle shortages struck. Almost every dealership across the country took advantage of the crisis, adding staggering $10,000 and $20,000 market adjustments to their inventory, especially on trucks. Jim and Julie never did. While others saw an opportunity to maximize profit, Jim saw an obligation to protect his community. His customers always knew he would be more than fair. True to his word, he sold his inventory at or below the factory sticker. Jim and Julie's impact isn't just measured in the decades they have been here, but the trust they have built and the quiet and steady ways they have made this a better place for all of us. They represent the very best of us. Honesty, continuity, and unwavering commitment to doing the right thing. To Jim, Julie, and the entire Van Cleve family, thank you for your decades of unmatched service, your integrity, and the legacy you continue to build every day. We are profoundly grateful for everything you've done for our community. I wish you all the best and start a new chapter. If you're leaving tonight, I'm not leaving tonight for being in a motel, so if you know Jim, I'm happy he passed it on to the Coopers, it stayed local, but I drive by that, I'm used to walking in and seeing, 30 years of President's Awards on the wall. Nobody ever had to deal with a shitty salesman or a bad finance person. They sat down with the owner or with Marie. And kind of a sad day, sad to see him go. For your friends, make sure you say goodbye. I just want to say something. So there you go. One item on a positive note. That's it. Can I make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Please.
I
Oh.
would speak.
Oh, okay.
My name is Tara Chestnut. I am a resident of Morton, and you recently received a citizen's complaint from me that summarized the attacks that I have seen against Counselor Sawyer, and provided examples of the multiple, escalations that have occurred in this meeting. Since ordinances 2026-2 and 3 were passed, it gave me hope. Like, it gave me actual hope. And the tension among members of this council and the mayor is palpable. It is creating a hostile environment. And in fact, we just observed you, Councilor Hanson, intimidate a member of the audience. That is in violation of the ordinances that you unanimously passed. That is unacceptable.
No, I did not.
It is my time.
Hey.
You are appointing a city council position because Councilor Knudsen, who was elected by the people, was bullied and harassed into quitting. Councilor Sawyer received at least 25% more votes than any of you. Any of you. 2 of you were unopposed, which effectively means you just had to vote for yourselves in order to get on council. And so what I would really, really like to see is that you respect all of us and that you respect your team members. Just because you don't like each other, it doesn't matter. You don't have to like each other, but you do have to respect each other, and you have to respect the will of the people who voted for the council. I am livid with all of you, and I am embarrassed for all of us. And I think that you can do better. I think every single one of you can do better. I have faith that you can represent all of us. So please do that.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
You guys have a good evening.
Too.